We are live. And
Have you ever experienced that look of Paul Heyman?
Yeah. Same experience.
That's my life. That's my life all the time. I may be doing something smug like Seth Rollins, and that's the look I'm receiving.
I didn't think anybody can make Jeff Jarrett outfit look better than what Seth Rollins wore today. This is ridiculous. This is the Jeff Jarrett shirt again, in which I think it's the second time he wore the Jeff Jarrett shirt. But this one is very, very much a blouse of some kind.
Yeah, that's not his shirt. But this isn't the thumbnail.
Oh, what? I was thinking this was the thumbnail. What?
Well,
this is perfect. See, this fits the show.
These are Raw's 2 number 1 draft picks in the first round. However, you made me start questioning myself last week.
Oh no, you thirst trapping!
I was like, when was the last time I did a thumbnail that had nothing to do with the title? And here we are.
A little Bailey ear suck in Dakota Kai, where Dakota Kai is disgusted by it, where she's sticking her tongue in her ear.
And I feel like Seth Rollins' face goes so well with what's going on the other picture. Like,
oh, look what's going on! She stick her tongue in her ear. Dakota Kai does not like it. He does not like
Or Marcus, she's in ecstasy.
Yeah,
she loves it.
She may love it. She may love it too much.
I mean, it could have just been that alone.
It could have been.
Or
that almost looks like Alexa Bliss knockoff photo of that Dakota's.
I know that's what I was thinking of going for.
I feel like Liv is always in weird positions in your photos.
Yeah,
this one she's being strangled to death. Yeah, she's being strangled to death in this one, but enjoying it. Like
the referees like fight the power.
Yeah. It's my one chance to protest. Fight the power. We are the nation. A domination. He looks like Loki. Joined the nation of domination. Look at that. Is he going to walk out of the wrestling promotion too? Find out today on the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Oh no, the Undertaker got attacked.
Cody beat up an Undertaker cosplayer.
I'm only cosplaying the Undertaker. I'm not really him. Oh, well, you gotta be dead like him too, then.
We'll be back right after this. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
And that was a huge announcement right there. Manny is going to wear that shirt in public and just walk around.
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm Mr. 3K, Lord Manny Hayes, and he is
the elderly man that wondered, what? Huh? How? I don't even remember 2000. I swear to God, we've gained, and I'm going to tell this to Eric, we've gained 2,000 views since he left the show. It's just been me and Manny. We've just been 2,000. Shoot.
Marcus, I have already sourced the next watch-along movie.
Oh, what would that be?
Well, remember when we watched 300? We reached 300 subscribers. We watched 300.
Oh boy, I think I know where this is going. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowds. Mr. 3000 is a classic. It's a classic baseball.
It's not
movie.
a classic. This is a terrible movie.
It's a classic baseball movie. I think it has one of the greatest premises of all time, of the ridiculousness of baseball numbers and getting into the Hall of Fame. That if you don't hit a certain amount, I don't think we can put them in, even though you were the best player in the world at some point. Great premise. But
and you're going celebrating hits. I have got 3,000 hits already in MLB The Show. I mean, the road to the juice.
Yeah, you got 3,000 hits in game 2 of the season, of your rookie season. How the game just went on and on. Nobody made outs. But imagine someone taking 3 hits away from you when you had 3,000 hits that were going to put you in the Hall of Fame, man. I'll be pissed. And imagine something that arbitrary being the reason you're getting out. What?
I would expect Stephen A. to be arguing my case.
Yeah, they're only doing this. They're only looking at the judge because he's a black man. As a black man in America, I'm offended that they would even come up with the pontificator of this. The rhinoceros of it all. The rhinoceros.
I honestly feel some days to get a ridiculous pencil moustache like Stephen A. or Vince McMahon.
I want to get one of those afros that get the hairline way back here. That's what I want. I think for Halloween this year, Manny, we should go as Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Obviously, you.
I'd have to really white up to do that.
Nah. You get to be Stephen A. You gotta black it up. I'm risking your cancellation, Manny. You're risking cancellation for this.
So we did cite a huge announcement. Not really that huge. Me and Marcus are both going to the show.
We're going to the show. We're going to the show. I got tickets to the show. Manny's gonna be there. We're gonna be at the show. Oh wait, where did you buy? Where did you? We don't know where we're sitting because we didn't buy them together. We surprised each other. But Manny, I will be at New Japan Resurgence, and you will be there too, right? That's what you bought.
No, I will be at Wembley Stadium watching AEW All In.
Oh, what? Oh, what an accident! I bought the wrong tickets. You told me you paid $30 for them. I paid $30. No. Congrats, Manny, on going to the Wembley Stadium, sitting in perfect seats in plain view to watch all the chaos that happens where CM Punk may go off again. Now I want to see CM Punk go off in London.
Well, so I heard from, I think Tony Khan's number 2. I think her name is Megan something. Megan. It begins with a P, and I want to say parakeet, but it's not. She said that AEW will be doing All Out the week after All In.
Hey, that's exhausting. That's exhausting.
But okay, I paid £200 for my ticket. Ticketmaster was having a fucking joke today.
Oh, what did Massa do today? I know Ticketmaster doesn't like me saying it like that. I mean, you're like, oh no. No, you chose to be Ticketmaster. Now you're Ticketmaster, okay? Yeah. You chose to be this. You could have chose any other day, but you chose to be Massa. What did Massa do to you, Manny?
I hate when there's a quick need to buy tickets on Ticketmaster because then you can't select your seat. You're going by what's available at the time because there's a mass and there's a queue, so you can't pick your seat. You have to. I went in. I didn't exactly know because you couldn't zoom in on the little stupid map that they had up to see what section you were going to be. So instantly, I was thrown in this section. I was like, I don't know what that is. It seems too cheap anyway because I was looking at it was like a £50 ticket. So that's like up in the rough.
Man, he was like, I can't sit with Oliver Twist and the rest of the poor. How dare you?
I don't want to be near Sting. I don't want to be near Sting at this event.
I don't want Sting in Darby seats. Up there in the Raptors.
So immediately I go, no, select again. And each time I would select the price range I was looking for. It was about 175 to 400. Those were like the seats I was looking for. It wouldn't give me any of those. It just kept recommending the 20 to 30 pound to 50 range, which isn't where I wanted to be. And then after about 5 minutes of trying to do that, it would go, ooh, something's wrong. And you can't select a seat anymore. And you have to go back in the queue. I have to go back in the queue. This happened to me 3 times.
It's terrible. That's so terrible. Let me just pick what I want. Let me do what I want. I'm trying to give you money, massa. How dare you? How dare you dictate where I'm sitting? I don't want to sit here.
But then a lot of people are talking about the prices. Yeah. People were talking about a lot of the prices, comparing it to Clash at the Castle and even Money in the Bank. But then you have to look at it this way. AEW are going to do well. I think AEW are probably going to sell about 50 as of this week, and then more people will probably buy as we get closer to the event. Yeah,
50 was my target number for them. I'm shocked that 35 is impressive. They're about 30 or 35, maybe 40. Who knows? And it's just the first
someone said about 15,000 in the first pre-sale, which is already that's near enough close to the After Ash. I think the After Ash was 20,000. I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the arena they do in Chicago. Maybe that's a bit more.
No. Allstate, nah. That's 20, but it's about this. It's less than Austin Ash for sure.
So they're close to what that number is from the first 50 minutes of sale. I would have to assume, given the queues, they're around 35 to 40 at this moment of tickets sold. And then it's going on general sale on Friday. I think there's 2 more pre-sales at the same time. But the prices you have to think though. If you're comparing it to WWE, you can't really compare the two at this moment in time because AEW are trying to establish a fan base, and they're trying to fill that. They're trying to fill that stadium, so tickets are going to be cheap. Whereas WWE are looking at gate, and that, as a business, you want to look at gate revenue rather than we filled it with 90,000 people, but we didn't make as much money.
Yeah, but also remember when I think it was last year's Money in the Bank where WWE tried to do the stadium show. They tried to do the Raiders Stadium, and they sold I think it was 30,000 or 20,000, and then they were like, "That's just not enough. We have to go to a smaller venue," because they didn't want it to look that appearance, because they didn't want to tarp everything off and everything. So, and those prices were respectable. We ended up
they were still WWE prices though, weren't they? WWE prices are not exactly AEW prices.
Yeah, they're not cheap. And congrats! This is going to be a special show. I'm sure that, of course, they're going to go all in on everything. I'm sure it's going to. At this point, I don't need a massive talent to actually sell. I don't need Goldberg. If Tony was
going to be a spectacle. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's going to be a spectacle, regardless of what happens. It's going to be the biggest indie show you're ever gonna in existence. That's what it is. It's just gonna be high spots everywhere, and it's gonna be an experience like every AEW pay-per-view is.
Yeah. So hopefully everything goes well with that. That's really good. With that being said, Manny, do you think that this will translate to AEW going over to the UK more? Or is it just going to be, do you think this could be just a one-off and then just do all in every year?
I think when they see if you go by the first 50 minutes and people saw it was 15,000, you've got to look at what was when they first did All In, when it wasn't AEW, it was just All In. No, not where was it? I think that when do you know when Dave Meltzer challenged Cody
Yeah, for 10,000 seats.
They couldn't sell out 10,000 seats, and they did it. That sold out in what, 8 minutes or something ridiculous like that?
Something like that. Yeah, and they kept adding seats and wrestlers. And...
Yeah, if you think like that, Tony Khan would be stupid not to do another show here, because if he was able to sell 15,000 projected, because I don't know how much fact that is, but like if 15,000 people bought tickets to a Wembley Arena show,
yeah,
in 50 minutes, you could do serious numbers if you just did a Dynamite here.
Yeah, it is the
or
first
a tour,
show.
you'd still make money.
Yeah, and with all that, with the coming in, I don't honestly know how much of a profit they're making, considering how low the Chiefs are, how low the tickets are. I'm sure they're gonna make a profit, but hopefully it's like a substantial profit. It's not like, it took this much to rent this and ship all this over and do all this.
But you don't have to ship.
And they have to get all that talent.
You don't necessarily have to ship much over. Like, you can get a ring there.
Yeah.
Like it's AEW. WWE don't have a partnership with Progress anymore. So realistically, AEW could shoe in Progress, and you've got a ring. And then you.
Yeah, but
all
the
they
other
got to bring over is
equipment.
camera. Yeah, you've got to bring camera equipment and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I just feel like it isn't going to be as big of a deal.
I just don't know how much it is to rent out. I just don't know how much it is to rent out Wembley. Like, I would like to compare it to SummerSlam. What is it, 92?
Yeah.
See what the numbers are to say how did they overachieve what WWE did for Wembley back in 92, basically. Looks like they're going to exceed those numbers.
They're gonna get. I think they'll come close. I don't think they'll exceed, because AEW is still trying to establish themselves. But like, they were when I was in the menu for Ticketmaster, they even had like family package deals, which I haven't ever seen for wrestling.
Yeah,
they had specific deals for it, so it could be a day out. Like, it's a bank holiday weekend here. I think it's Labor Day weekend or something like that for you guys. What's the celebration at the end of?
It's the guy that dies in the Docks Day. It's Labor Day.
Yeah. So it's one of the. It's a day out, and I think as we get closer, if they haven't sold out, people will turn up because it's a day out for the kids.
Yeah, and it's the first time they're gonna be, in there, and it's a pretty popular show. So, it should be good. I estimate 50. I think they're going to do, maybe, they may go,
I think
they may go 70. 70.
Yeah.
70 for sure. 70 for sure. I think that's a guarantee.
But they do that. They do this, and then if they come back, establish a fan base, get a better time slot for AEW Dynamite and stuff like that on TV, you're probably looking at it wouldn't even be a question after that. You could probably run shows like WWE here and they'll sell out.
Well, as long as they don't disappoint the audience.
I don't think they will.
I think it's gonna be a good show. But you know how they do have some shows that are like, fuck, man, those finishes are like some stuff can just go off the rails. Like, like the exploding barbed wire deathmatch incident. Yeah. Like, production wise, I'm saying, as long as it's not like a fiasco and somewhere where fans can't see a Tron, similar to the way I experienced WrestleMania this year where the Tron wasn't working. As long as they don't fuck up all that stuff, production wise.
Well, Wembley's not exactly the best.
Should be fine.
I think Wembley isn't exactly the best to watch screens.
Oh.
So they'll probably have to put something up, maybe, because most of the time you aren't watching a screen when you're watching a game. Like, normally you build a stadium to have one of the best views. Okay, there are going to be shit seats, but that stadium's built to have a good view. Yeah, it's kind of like the Emirates Stadium for Arsenal and Tottenham's new stadium, which they also use for NFL games now as well.
Okay. Well, that concludes our show today. No, Wes, you should just go to see the Dynamite and the Rampage in Baltimore this Wednesday. I'm sure you can see it.
You'll have fun.
Yeah, have fun. Like, that's one thing that, we may criticize AEW for storytelling or some of the match psychology or something random on the show, or like say something we don't, a simple line of, I don't give a fuck about that.
When you go though, it's a different story though, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're there, it's a completely different story. You end up having a good time, no matter how much you don't want to have a good time.
Yeah, even if you're an angry American wrestling fan, you're gonna sing Judas. You're gonna be there. You are, Manny. You are.
No. So what I reference this with
it's gonna be a happening.
I went to that all women's professional wrestling show, Pro Wrestling Eve, last month. No, 2 months ago now because it was in March. I think outside of two people, I didn't know any of them. I think I knew Millie McKenzie because she was in NXT UK, and Nina Samuels. That was it. And Session Martina, but like that's more through memes because she drinks on the way to the ring. But so like, I was sitting there and I was with two non-wrestling fans, like proper in there wrestling fans.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a good time. I had a good time subsequently because I was just in the environment. It was like, I'm enjoying this. It's like, where's just
it's the vibe. It's the vibe. We're not gonna go there and just be like, I don't know who goes to a wrestling. I have seen it where people go to WWE shows. They're just bitching and moaning and why are you even here? Like, everybody's here just to have a good time. Even if it's a bad show, most people are there to have a good time. Even if it's a basic ass Raw or SmackDown, you're there to have a good time. No one's there. No one's paying a ticket to go, oh, this is gonna be fucking miserable. It's like being at a party.
Yeah.
Like, for example, a match that I know last year's Double or Nothing that I knew that I think that most people probably would have disliked. I don't know how it came out. I still haven't watched it. It was the not the Stadium Stampede, but what is it called? The brawl that they just had. It was the Blackpool Combat Club versus, I think it's Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah, it was. It was already in a circle. It was watching that was just messy in the first place. Like watching that?
Yeah.
It was like music playing, people just brawling all over the place. It's like the camera was I don't know where to go. So it was it didn't seem like it was a good vibe when I watched it, but it must have been different.
It was in the arena, it was just so much going on, and it just felt like you were just watching a big ass bar fight take off, and you'd be like, "Oh, this is going on! Oh shit, they're over here wrestling this guy right here behind me," and then they're fighting there. Oh, look at Ortiz doing this and this. It was so much to see. It was just oh, you know what? And it was really just good energy of just you felt like you were in this massive bar fight and just spectating. It's going this shit's out of control.
Yeah,
and it was fun. But I can imagine just watching it on TV going yeah. Or even being at WrestleMania this year, you see something that's probably terrible or something, but just yelling, whoa, with Cody Rhodes was enough for most of the people. Or even random people just yelling, yeah, for LA Knight, even though he's not there. It's the vibe. It's a good collection of our peoples.
Yeah. Should we move into Raw?
No, let's just end the show.
Let's forget about talking about Raw.
Let's cover Raw. Let's talk about the draft, and stuff that's happened.
The draft. I was a bit mixed with the draft.
The draft happened. It was nothing earth-shattering.
Mark, I don't think you should be drafting Trish Stratus. That's a bad draft pick.
I don't know. You should have seen her combine.
That's a bad draft pick. That's an old lady.
I didn't even know she was eligible. Didn't even know. When I heard Trish Stratus drafted the Raw, I was like, that's eligible? She's on the Legends tour, a nostalgia tour. But then I remember she said, this isn't a nostalgia tour. She's the greatest of all time, damn it. She wasn't even on the show this week.
I feel like another bad pick. Boogs, you could have picked him up in the supplemental draft for free.
I could have got you for free agency. I wouldn't waste a pick on you. But then again, who would you have taken over Boogs that wasn't in the draft? What, Dolph Ziggler, who wasn't available anymore or something? I was looking at the people they left on the sideline. Poor Baron Corbin. I would have picked him over Boogs.
Yeah, why? I don't know why Corbs, Shelton Benjamin, Who else was it?
Elias would be on my
Alexander-
chopping block.
Elias shouldn't be in. Elias should be cut. Cedric, and who was the other NXT person? Zion Quinn. I don't know why he's even in. I don't know why he's even in favor.
Yeah. Von Wagner's a free agent, but Zion Quinn gets picked. Von Wagner has at least 2 more wins.
Zion Quinn is also a free agent.
Oh, I thought he got drafted.
Nah. Grayson got drafted.
Yeah.
To SmackDown.
I think Grayson is a steal of a pickup for any show. And I'm talking like this is a legit draft, but I'm just saying that him being called up, I think that's going to be an important call up. And KC Express got called up, Manny. Ha ha!
Do you know what the problem here is, Matt? Do you know what the problem here is now, Marcus?
Yes.
There is no NXT Women's Tag Division now because the KC Express got called up, and then the Fire Witches have also been called up the current NXT Women's Tag Team Division.
Yeah, but Manny, was there a tag team division? There was 2. There was 2 legit tag teams, and then the third was mostly the Kiana James and Briggs and Jensen feud and Phelan Henley. Those were 3 tag teams.
Oh,
now we actually have legit tag teams.
Why was he called up? Why was he called up?
I don't know. He had such a bad showcase of getting beat up by Dijak. I'm sure like Dijak wasn't called up.
He should not have been called up.
Yeah. I think they called him up just so that people don't confuse him with Oba Finley. You feel me?
No, but I think we can.
I feel that some people got caught up just to get released. Like, Odyssey Jones is caught up, and I went, what? For what?
Why was he called up?
I feel like he deserved to call up more than Zion Quinn, though.
No,
there might be nothing there.
I feel Odyssey Jones should have stayed down, and you probably could have brought up Bron Breakker.
Yeah, but I think they're saving Bron Breakker. I think that Bron Breakker is going to be someone they don't just bring up in the draft and just announce. I think he's going to have one of those like, oh, it's a big debut or something. Bron Breakker is coming.
Kevin
Grimes to SmackDown.
Yeah, haven't seen him for a very long time.
Yeah. I know there's images of him in better shape or whatever, but I'm curious what that's going to be like with him on SmackDown. No Dragunov call up. No,
I think they're trying to let him settle.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they're trying to let him settle into America.
And then what are they going to do with him? Like, when I thought about it, I was like, you know, it's not a good time to be Russian right now. I think, cause I remember that one time he fought Finn Balor on some random show. I think it was an NXT show, and then he was booed in America just coming out to like Russian music and being Russian.
Yeah,
you know, he was the face.
But how fire was that match? Though? That match was insane.
He did nothing. He did nothing wrong, and they were booing him. They were chanting USA against him, and I was like, no, this isn't fair. He's the face. I think whatever path could get us to Walter Dragunov with 3 on the main roster on a big stage or at WrestleMania or something like that is well deserved, because they fought mostly in the empty arena, and then the second one was in a half-filled kind of, you know, smaller arena. Pretty Deadly Alive made me, that upset me in the show. That upset me in the show when they were in the Performance Center just alive. They died last week. They died. They were killed by Stacks. And,
technically, we don't know they were killed. It was implied.
It was really implied. If you die, I would like to think that their NXT career would have been done and it would never come back. I don't want to see them around the Performance Center just chilling. They should be there with Nikita Lyons and who else was just randomly sitting there and didn't get drafted?
The Creeds.
The Creeds. All these people, they're just sitting there and I'm going like, they're dead. They're all dead.
I tell you what I want though. I want me an NXT tracksuit.
Yeah. Very sporty. Very sporty.
And then we move into Raw. It opens with Paul Heyman suggesting that the new world title would look more relevant around Roman Reigns' waist.
I loved it. I loved it. I love that he was teasing the one thing that everybody feared, that Roman's just going to get that title. And he's like, Roman wants this, and he wants all the titles.
But throws warning to the boys in the back trying to step up to the tribal chief, who should know better. It's men who should be acting like real men, basically calling out Seth Rollins. He comes out, and Paul Heyman says to Paul Heyman he should be happy that they don't have to run from him anymore and pulling strings to prevent him from getting his title match. Yeah. Claims that Night of Champions he's going to win the title, and everyone's going to see what a real champion looks like. That's when Paul decides to take a phone call from the tribal chief. He tells Seth, "You're pissing off the tribal chief."
Yeah, I can't hear him do this singing. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if I'm pissing off the tribal chief.
And then Seth threatens Paul Heyman, and Solo comes out and is held back for a match later tonight.
Yeah, but this begs me the question: Seth on Raw, Cody on Raw, they're going for that World Heavyweight title. I have no idea who Roman's next opponent gonna be.
I don't know. I think he's gonna have an inner feud between the Usos and him and Solo.
It's just gonna be bloodline business. Yeah, we only wrestle each other because Shinsuke's gone. Like, there's so many people gone. Gunther's gone. Like, I'm like, who's left that he can feud with on SmackDown? That they
Edge, where he shows up once every 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that's why in our poll that we have up, and you can go check it out if you haven't already. I was saying Raw won the draft for me. They have younger talent. Although Grayson Waller went to SmackDown. But SmackDown went old with Edge and AJ and the Tribal Chief and stuff, and Sheamus and the Brutes.
You know what I find funny about the Sheamus being drafted to SmackDown?
What's that?
He can't finish the story, Marcus. Because the Intercontinental title is on Raw.
Oh, Theory went to SmackDown, but he ain't fighting the Tribal Chief.
But guess who's on Raw? Sheamus' best friend, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. You get it again. You're going with the Intercontinental title. You get to snake it and get it. I hate you. I hate you, Drew. You must have negotiated with Pearson and Jack Tunney. You bastard.
The first
if Drew McIntyre even shows up to Raw, considering his contract situation.
Yeah.
Whatever going on with that.
Bayley and Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Match wasn't that bad, Marcus, but Bayley steals the win for her team. But the only thing I'm remembering from this match is the ear sucking.
Do you feel the tag team of Bayley and Dakota Kai is better than Dakota Kai and Io Sky?
I think so, because I think if anyone needs the additional help, it's Dakota Kai. I think she's very talented, but I think she needs a little more something.
She's a tag partner.
Yeah.
You know what? To sum it up in wrestling terms, she's Cesaro. Always better with a tag partner.
Yeah.
Works with anybody. Because whether it's Tyson Kidd or Sheamus or what's Chris Hero or whoever, it's better with a tag partner. They can do all the talking, and he does the kick. Oh, fuck you, man. How dare you sneak that one in?
Well, see, Marcus, when I support you and when I watch ETE, how many times you take great joy? It's not like you're trying to sneak it in because it's part of the discussion, but you take great joy saying that N-word.
I never say the N-word. Well, I say it, but you know what? It's Jamal that promotes it. He pushes me into it.
The N-word we're talking about is Nick Aldis, people.
Yeah. I don't always bring him up. It's always brought in. But you know what, Manny? I don't think you would have bought Wembley tickets if Nick Aldis was still a free agent. I think you would have been more hesitant because you know he was right around the corner.
Well, I was getting a little bit more hesitant, like when I was trying to buy Wembley tickets, because it was like all I was on Twitter was like, "Oh, I got my ticket! Oh, I got my ticket!" They're gonna sell out before I even have a chance to get a ticket.
Going like Taylor Swift tickets.
The match that didn't need to happen was Ricochet, Braun Strowman versus the Alpha Academy. I could have just done with another skip between the Alpha Academy and Maxine. That's all I need.
What do you think of Ricochet and Strowman, the Monster and whatever? I don't know what they call themselves, but being on Raw now, does it changes anything? What they still haven't explained. The one thing Triple H needs to go out there and do is explain what's going on with tag teams. Can they just jump on any show? Because that's what it seems like is going to happen. Because you fight for the tag team. There's only one tag team title.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't actually know what's going on with that. It does need to be explained. We go into the third round of draw where Shawn Michaels has come out, but he's instantly interrupted by Brock Lesnar. Says he's the only real cowboy in Texas. Adam Pearce asks him to leave and brings up two waves of God.
No, Manny, you need to jump in and do what Adam Pearce says. Brock comes out to the ring in the middle of the draft and interrupts it. Adam Pearce is talking to him on his way to the ring. Brock Lesnar immediately gets to the microphone and destroys the Texas crowd for no reason. And Adam Pearce goes, Brock, I'm sorry, we do not have time for whatever you like. You tear up the crowd. You had no reason to be out here and to criticize people from Texas. You are a face. I don't understand why you came out here and said you're the only cowboy out here, but we don't have time for this shit. You cut a heel promo. It went the basic heel promo 101. I'm going to cut down the town. He had no reason to cut down Texas, man.
I don't even think that's really cutting them down, is it?
Saying that he's the last key's only cowboy? Yes, it is, Manny. Yes,
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
That is cowboy country. If you were ever to see anybody from Texas, you immediately believe that they dress as cowboys on their days off. So him going out there and saying that is like the just him going to the UK and saying he's the world's greatest, he's the last greatest footballer or something. I don't know what.
No, there's plenty of people that do that. You go to a pub, Marcus. You'll always find one person that's semi-professional football player or had a trial at a very elusive club. Okay, mate, jog on. Move.
And then the conspiracy to keep about, they're not really players and all that. Like, get out of here. Although Wrexham, I'm really disappointed that Garrett Bell is not with Wrexham. I was like, they could have got him. Yeah. They tried. They really tried. No, he turned them down.
Marcus, if you've watched anything on that Wrexham show on Disney, when they wanted that Paul, I can't remember his name, the striker they wanted.
Yeah.
They went after him. A non-league club signing someone in Division 2 to play striker? Nonsense.
Kill. They'll get promoted again.
That's the first bit of negotiation. He says no. You got all summer, Marcus, to lure him over.
Hey, Garrett Bell got me a championship for LAFC. He can do something for Wrexham. He become my favorite player of all time if he does it, Manny.
Not a bad player to be your favorite player of all time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cody lures Brock into a trap and sucker punches him from behind. Cody on his way out says to Kathy Kelly, he has to win at Backlash because finishing the story ceases to exist if he doesn't, and he moves to the back of the line and refuses to go to the back of the line.
I'm never going back there. I'm not putting anybody over. Never again. No more jobs for Cody Rhodes. But I wish this match was Extreme Rules or something really mirrored to John Cena and Brock Lesnar, but regular match, I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious what they're going to do. But Cody's winning, right? I don't see a planet where he loses.
He has to, and then it just doesn't make sense what you do with Brock after that.
Regent Brock, he just shows up and does people bidding and attacks. All you gotta do with Brock is have him disappear, and then randomly that music hit at any given portion of your year, and you go like, "Oh, Brock's back." What shenanigans is he getting into now?
You know, if
Although
they
he
don't
can now fight for the
establish,
World Heavyweight Championship.
he can. But, you know, why would he want that?
Because he has motivation more than anybody now that he can't fight Roman Reigns.
We get Matt Riddle versus Jimmy Uso. They do the Eddie Guerrero trick. And then Jay gets sent to the back.
Well, I question the officiating right off the jump.
Why not question officiating? But then I already saw this last week on Dynamite. Between Darby and Sammy Guevara with MJF. I don't think we need to see it this week.
Yeah, but agreed. But also, at least that one was in a match. I hated that one too. But this is the outside guy. Oh, he hit Kevin Owens with a chair. Ooh. Has nothing to do with my match. Referee, stay fucking the game. That would be like me, that'd be like someone watching an NBA game and a fight breaks out the stairs and he just decides to throw the coach out. You need to control your city. What?
Give me the mayor.
Give me the mayor. Give me the mayor. You guys are out of control. These drunk guys fighting in the crowd. I'm throwing you out for this. But that's what it seemed like it happened. And, you know, big win for Matt Riddle, I guess.
He needs to go back to wearing shorts.
Yeah, they're too. He needs to go back to wearing bigger shorts. Not Speedos. There's a lot of pitfalls. But I hope this feud leads into eventually a Randy Orton comeback, and then they turn on Sammy and KO. We get RK Bro versus Sammy and KO, which I didn't think would rhyme, but it did.
We get Miz TV with his guest Shinsuke Nakamura. It was pointless. Nakamura says that Miz is the guy with tiny balls.
What? I don't even know what this is referring to. Batman couldn't control the city. How can these guys do? Well, Batman's not the police, Eric. If he just leave it to the police. If he leave it to the police. And he fund these poor communities. Maybe crime would go down in Gotham City. But no, he escalates the crime by beating up random people as a vigilante. He's not helping the crime rate in Gotham. He's hurting it, actually.
I just want to point out, the picture also looks like Eric is questioning his career of photography.
It looks like Peter Parker going like, this is all I got.
He's got another picture. He's like, if I got to take another goddamn picture of a topless man, I'm going to lose my shit.
Smut.
Omos versus some dude, it happened. Then we get the Judgment Day versus the LWO.
Could Bruce Wayne just buy the crime? He could. Him and Tony Stark both. Fucking billionaire superheroes, they don't do shit for nobody.
That's your favorite superhero.
He is. But I understand. I understand the lack of logic that Batman has. I appreciate that. Still my favorite. It's only Spider-Man that makes sense because he's poor. He's one of the poor people fighting.
Damian Priest spoke in Spanish for what, like 2 minutes, and then just says in English, "Bad Bunny at Backlash, you'll receive your punishment." I feel like he said more. I need the Spanish-speaking people of our fan base to tell us what actually was said.
Yeah, I'm sure he said some Valentine's shit about your mother's a whore, your sister's a whore, your daughter's a whore, your dog is a whore. You are a whore, and I'm going to be the pimp that slaps you all down. And then you have Jim Ross. He treats his ladies very friendly. He's a really fun-loving guy.
Dominic gets booed out of the arena. He says some stuff about his dad running away to SmackDown, and then Ray comes out and is like, "That's not how the draft works, son."
That's not how any of this works. That's not how any of this works, Dom. You're an idiot, and I'm gonna beat you with the shangla.
With the changla.
Which I think needs to be. I honestly think Rhea Ripley needs to hit. I mean, not Rhea Ripley. Zelina Vega got to hit Rhea Ripley in the head with that. Almost a near fall. I think that'd be the greatest class. I think it needs to happen, and it's like, oh my god, and she's out, and he goes for the 1-2, and she kicks out, After being a one. Manny, I'm going to pitch something to you.
Go ahead.
Give Dominic the World Heavyweight Championship. The crowd will hate it. They will hate it. They will hate it. The man gets no heat ever. And Raw, whatever wrong people get for a strike for Raw, I'm going to take their strike away because I get the one sentence I need on any show. Let the man speak. Let the man speak, my man.
Marcus, I take your pitch. I take your pitch and I raise you. I raise you. He pins Cody Rhodes for that title.
Oh! Oh! In the finals. Oh my God! That would piss so many people off right off the jump.
The only reason I don't think it worked as well, I don't think he's gonna get booed to that extent in Saudi Arabia that he got booed last night.
No. This is an American thing. Although it is a world title, I do like the world title being crowned somewhere else in the world. That is nice.
The match was fine. No matches were really brilliant tonight.
No. It was there. It was just a 6-man that was there. Would you argue Dominic greater than Theory?
No.
I think the heat for Dominic is greater than any. The hate for Dominic is legit hate. Theory tries to make some people
Theory
hate him
is so solid in ring. Like, I can't claim Dominic greater than Theory.
Can I say if I'm a heel, I'm taking notes from Dominic, in which I'm going to actually not be good in the ring intentionally and be bad on the mic so I can get these kind of boos and be like, this is me just being a heel. And then, instead of being the heel that everybody likes, similar, I like MJF, but, he's likable. He's likable. Dominic is not.
Then we get the main event, which is Solo Sikoa versus Seth Rollins. In the back earlier in the evening, Paul Heyman is massaging Solo's ego. Ooh, the tribal chief would love you if you take care of this problem with Seth Rollins.
Eliminate
when Jay
the
asked
clown.
where my brother in that match. Paul explained Solo was on a special assignment.
All the time, everybody's on special assignment. But my favorite thing is, you want the room. You want the room. Okay. Me and Solo are gonna leave and give you the room. And you see Jay going, what the fuck?
This match ends in a DQ and a brawl to end Raw. It was there. Raw was there. It was the draft, but it was just there.
Yeah, it was there. It's move the they basically just moved the chains allegedly on this Raw, and it was there. I got a little bit of stuff I like, but nothing really actually happened. We look like we're on a path to a belt exchange. Good old fashioned. Hopefully it's exciting as the last women's title belt exchange, where the women start throwing belts at each other, went off script, and got into a little shoot argument, a dick measuring competition in the middle of the ring.
Well, you know what solves this, Marcus? You call the title Rhea is now holding the women's world heavyweight title. And then you change the name of the title Bianca's holding to the WWE Women's Universal title. There, I've just solved the problem. No belt swap.
Yeah. Nope. You're getting to get off fashioned belt swapping, Manny.
Don't need it. Just don't need it.
Oh, he felt Dylan Brooks. Wait, they talked himself out of wrestling? What did they do? The fact that Dylan Brooks will not be welcome back in Memphis next year is the funniest story to me. Going like, oh, that hurts.
So Jimmy had no stroke to bring Naomi back. She's way bigger than Impact.
I don't think she was coming back. I think she was just done with.
I think she's happy.
Yeah, let her have her independence. Not everything she does is based on what Jimmy Uso says to do. She probably said, "Oh no, I don't think I'm going back." The decision to walk out with Sasha was her own independent. Why can't she have a mind of her own in which everybody thinks that she just works what everybody else tells her to do? Whether it's Jimmy Uso or if it's Sasha Banks told her to walk out, maybe she's a strong, independent black woman who can think for herself. Damn it.
She ain't Sol Ruka.
Yeah. Well, I went maybe too far. She's not as black as Sol Ruka. Although the assailant of Sol Ruka is going to always be a mystery, as in that person could have been drafted to either Raw or SmackDown this week, and we'll never know.
I'm drafting shadows.
Honestly, Jones, I'm looking at you for attacking Sol Ruka.
I would say Naomi isn't bigger than that. I feel like Naomi needs to rediscover who she is as a wrestler, because she has been out of action for ages. And there's not to say that she can't come back. I feel like she just needs to rediscover, because like being in WWE sometimes does burn a lot of people out. And I would assume that for someone like her who's been in the system for so long, and maybe a change is what she needs.
Career.
Yeah, maybe she needs a change.
Yeah. Some people get better out there in the change in these streets. Be like, oh, you know what? This is so much better. Like,
and going to Impact is less of a burden if you want to come back than going to AEW, it seems.
Yeah. And AEW has their black woman. It's called Jade Cargill. And I am not. And Naomi would just be in the Jade Cargill division and get beat by her.
I personally wouldn't want her to be in that division because it just sucks.
The fuck are you talking about, Wes? It's the whitest woman you know. But yeah.
Have you heard her talk?
Yeah.
Have you heard her talk?
Yeah, like she's in a blaxploitation film. Ridiculous.
Think she can sleep with a black man and just speak like a black woman? Nah.
Just because you got an ass of a black woman doesn't mean you're a black woman. And you hang around Jakari Miller too much. But Watch Along will be this weekend for Backlash Puerto Rico. A luchador said he would be attending this. I don't know if that still stands. Also, this has been a really good... He's been saying it since the announcement of Puerto Rico. He's been saying it from the jump. But he hasn't responded as well. But this has been really one of the most exciting NBA playoffs in a long time. A lot of upsets. A lot of shockings. Like, Boston should not have lost to Joel Embiidless 76ers. I don't know when they woke up James Harden from 2015 or 16 or whatever that he had his prime in Houston. But they woke that shit up. And now they're in trouble.
Well, see, I find this quite funny, Marcus. I feel like, do you know when we record retros, we make some strange, bold predictions and break the fourth wall a lot of the time on that show. Breaking the fourth wall completely on this show now, I think I might be right about the Knicks losing. And it's going to seem like I'm a genius. It's going to seem like I'm a genius on retro.
Yeah, but I'm going to seem like an idiot because I said, wow, the Knicks just swept them. Knicks now 0-0. But we got the Lakers. It's basically LeBron versus Steph Curry, where that wasn't on the show. I think I said this on the pre-show, that I am in a particular situation where I, for the first time in many, many years, and it may jinx them to their core, am rooting for the Lakers. This never happens.
They won last time, didn't they? He dropped 50 or something. I saw the headline.
Yes. The Lakers they advanced to the next round. But Steph Curry beat Sacramento. Oh. Where, Manny, I'm disappointed there's a short going around with The Rock going, we beat the Sacramento. It's so perfect for last night. It would have been something to post. It's something to post. When the Lakers beat the Kings in May. Oh, no, the Lakers aren't playing the Kings in May. It was the Warriors. They dubbed it over with the Warriors. And it's so perfect. It's the ultimate Sacramento hate song. But...
You know, you can upload too, you know.
You know I don't know how, Manny, okay? You know I don't. You know I don't know how to... I'm still trying to figure out how to use a VCR, okay? I'm trying to hit rewind on my collector's edition Rugrats tape, okay? Trying to catch up with that.
I feel like our luchador just talked himself into a... talked himself off the watch-along.
What happened? What happened? I'm lost in the chat.
Fuck the Knicks forever and for always and forever.
I don't understand why John Starks is getting your lucha hands. John Starks has been retired for 30 years.
But you know what? I never.
He's
When
gonna
has
walk
ever
down the
anyone?
street and he's gonna get beat up.
When has ever anyone, a wrestling fan, a fan of lucha, go? You don't want to get any of that guy's lucha hands.
You don't want none of that. He got lucha hands. What's that mean? He's gonna hurl around you. He's gonna give me a tope. Watch out, he's gonna do a Mexican surfboard on you. You're gonna be screwed.
I still stand by that's the worst submission hold ever. I hate it.
I think it's a racist submission hold. Somehow.
That is today's show. What?
Tune
There's
in.
nothing else.
Yeah, tune in Thursday for us to talk about AEW Dynamites and NXT to see the people who are angry about not being called up.
You see who's left in NXT.
Well, the future is bright for NXT. I think NXT is the benefit because I think there was a lot of people that needed to go.
Marcus, you say that, but we've got who's on that roster? Stevie Turner.
ACL, gone.
Stevie Turner, you got DJ Tatanka. I think NXT could be doomed.
You named some weird parts of NXT, but there are high marks. You know, the rise of Obi Philly. Dijak is trying to make a run. Brendan Fraser's on the show. I think that's Nathan Fraser. And Scripps.
Nathan Fraser, who recently just became Christian. He got baptized.
Oh.
Which I always find weird.
Yeah.
Grown adults getting baptized in a pond.
He found Jesus, man. He found Jesus. Shout out to Gunther for getting married and seeing that
Busting that move.
Busting that move. And he knew he was busting the move. When he broke it down, you see the smell on his face. Y'all ain't ready for this one. And then he started going, oh, the motherfucker was stepping in the name of love.
Fucking dancing to Indian beats. Oh my god, I was like, whoa. Gunther's been practicing.
Yeah. If you ask him why they did it, tell him. Tell him, Gunther. You did it for love. And I know we shouldn't be quoting R. Kelly, but that motherfucker was stepping in the name of love. That was the only thing that popped in my head.
You know, I didn't think Wes could be a Knicks fan, but there you go.
Who else does he have to support in Baltimore? They don't have a team, right?
I don't know.
They don't have any good teams.
Oh, I watched Air
The
yesterday.
Ravens. Huh?
I watched Air yesterday. Good movie.
How was it? Yeah.
Good movie.
See.
It is something you'd watch on Amazon Prime. It's not cinema.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a very good movie.
I never considered watching that in theater. I would like to ask Eric, does it compete with his favorite movie with Air in the title, The Air Up There? But we'll find out Saturday.
It doesn't compete with Air Bud. all facets of Air Bud.
I think I was going to ask you a draft day, Manny. Who was your number one draft pick in movie sports? I think we may have said this, but I think it was in football or something. But who's your number one pick in sports? Any sport?
In movies?
Yeah, in movies.
Willie Beeman.
Willie Beeman? Nah, that shoulder was taken out because he was dragging linebackers for years. He ain't gonna make it. I'm taking Air Bud. Invincible. Fucking dog was amazing. I thought you would for sure take the Rookie of the Year, David Rogard, but then again, he lost his smoke at the end of the movie. His career was done.
Yeah, there's no one else. Who else is there?
There's the major league characters such as Ricky Vaughn and Willie Mays Hayes and stuff like that for the major league movies. There's who else?
What about Shane Falco?
Shane Falco? No, I couldn't take him. He chucked in the sugar bowl. I seen it. Everybody did a sugar bowl.
Which means he'll fall to me
Necessary
in the
roughness.
7th round.
Yeah. Underrated football movie here. Unnecessary roughness. Best scene in football. His penalty history is when they attacked the other team. Or was that the replacements? When he's like he attacked him with the like side chop. I think that was unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, I think that's unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, but I would take either Ricky Vaughn from Major League as my probably thing. Although he loses his smoke eventually too. But gets it back in Major League 2 at the end.
Lucha Dog, stop swearing in the chat.
You sound like a parrot. So you stop it. You stop it. Company.
I don't want to have to keep approving it. I don't need to keep approving his nonsense so it appears so we can see it.
All right. I think Manny, our next comments, our next poll should be which superhero could do better or which draft. Who would you take in a fictional movie draft? And that would just be comments. Because Batman and Tony Stark can be doing better. Superman's got too much on him. The man's not even from Earth. At this point, I'll let the Earth explode. Y'all got your own shit. You guys got Earth problems. Lex Luthor, a billionaire, is blowing up the planet. You know what? I tried to tell you guys, shut him down. But no, y'all continue to give him money for LexCorp and shit. He's obviously corrupt. And you're voting for him for president now? You guys are out of control. Fuck you, Earth. Fuck you, America. Fuck you, Earth. I've done my best. I've done my part. Superman does his part. Batman, Tony Stark, they can do better. Like Eric put in the chat, Doctor Strange, you can do better. Yeah, superhero John DC. Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. With the number one overall pick, I am choosing. Can we choose villains? Because I'm choosing Galactus.
Yeah, do you know who I'm choosing? The entire Green Lantern Corps.
Somehow, I would want to, but somehow they still manages to lose sometimes. They're just corrupt cops.
Thing is, you go strength in numbers, Marcus. You go strength in numbers.
You know who would slip in my draft? He would slip, and people are like, what? Captain America would slip. Captain America's like a 10th rounder. When it comes to all these heroes, you're a 10th round pick.
Yeah, I don't need a goody two shoes. I need someone that will get dirty if they need to do.
And that's where Superman comes in. That dude can snap at any given moment. And I need him on my side. I'm taking him. I'm drafting hard with the Hawk. Maybe if you put Goku in there, I don't know how far we're going to superpowers and heroes and all that, but it gets serious.
Did you see that post of the mid-card mess? Who would win in a fatal four-way? Thanos, Roman Reigns, Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, I see that.
And who was the other person? Goku. And then I didn't care about who won as long as Dom got pinned.
It's gonna be in Dom's contract not to get pinned, Manny. He's gonna do one of those injury angles where he just gets carted off and come out the next night. I was never pinned. I had to go check on my family.
How would I get bounced in the first round? I don't even understand what he's talking about.
I think for the Green Lantern. Like you're like, I want to waste a pick. I don't know. But you had a chance to take the Flash, Manny, and that's going to be tough not to take.
Marcus,
do you know where he can run? Do you think we see his 40?
I go back to the best draft in entire history, the racial draft. If Asia was entitled to draft the full Wu-Tang Clan, I should be allowed to draft the entire Green Lantern Corps.
Manny, I will let you draft the entire. I'll let you trade up to get the entire Green Lantern Corps. I just take the Flash, and that's enough for me. Anything you do from here on out is irrelevant because the Flash can go back in time and change that shit. I'm taking Flash number one. I'm taking Flash number one. Huh?
He's got integrity. Yeah. Superman don't.
I don't know.
He's learned that in the films.
No, Superman can snap any given moment. It's just a loose cannon. Like my mate on my board, the Flash and Superman are 1 and 2. Right there. Like, what the fuck you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with the Flash? Flash gotta go number 1. Just look at 40, Manny. Look at the 40. Never seen a white man so fast.
Is Meteor Man allowed in this draft?
Yes, I think so. I think he qualifies. Tyrone Biggles versus Deadpool will be an epic battle of crackheads, and it'd be an endless battle. It'd be an endless battle because no one ever gets hurt. My draft would be ridiculous, as I would take the Flash, maybe Professor X number 2.
I would take Professor X.
I'm taking Professor X. He ain't got no legs, but he'll fuck with your mind and make you think he does.
Marcus, I'll draft his wheelchair before you even draft him.
I don't need it, Manny. All I need for Professor X to do is get into your mind and make you think he has Kung Fu and he's whooping your ass. As he just sits there sipping on a latte, just watching you beat yourself up. Yeah, but Batman and Tony Stark would come in late just because I want their money. Oh, he's going with a Franklin Richards. Fuck the Richards. I couldn't sit and let my soul draft a Fantastic Four family member or a Fantastic Four person.
I'll tell you who's not on my draft board entirely at all.
Who?
Firestorm.
Oh yeah, well. There's so many better fire people. There's so many better fire people.
Oh, Marcus, can I also pick after taking the Green Lantern Corps in round 1, taking the Fire Nation in round 2.
Manny, I 100% disagree with you taking the Fire Nation. The Fire Nation was weak compared to all the other nations combining together to whoop the Fire. In the Air Nation, as soft as they were, can probably take out the Fire Nation.
Nah.
Well, I take Cora's group. Cora's waterbender. I'll take Cora and her group over the Fire Nation.
No. See, we're banking on Aang being found. The fire. Did you see her whole story? Then the Fire Nation attacked. They were
Yes.
They were afraid, Marcus. They were afraid. They ran by fear.
Manny, put some respect on Firestorm. No, there's many better fire characters.
Nah, man, that was an old man and a young boy combining to make a superhero. What kind of
They're
weird
still
shit is that?
subpar. You're still subpar. You're still
That's some
subpar.
weird shit.
I'm
Next
down.
next you're gonna tell me that wasn't a scientist, it was a priest.
Next you're gonna tell me it's Michael Jackson. Next thing he's going to involve some Michael Jackson and some other kids.
Make it a better place.
Oh boy, you can't take blank, man. You can't take blank, man. If you take blank,
That's
man,
not what I was
I'll take
clicking
man.
on. Marcus is dropping the Bird Woman tag team in NXT.
Feathers everywhere. Yeah, but the show ended 30 minutes ago, and here we are drafting superheroes where we had no intention to do that.
We really need to stop doing this, because if we keep doing things like this, the best of is going to be 2 hours long. So make sure you check out ETE tomorrow. No idea what they're doing tomorrow. Even Marcus has no idea what they're doing tomorrow. But we'll be back on Thursday, and Roy's Retro is back out on Friday if I actually edit it in time.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say. I'm out of words.
That's a rarity. So I'm Lord Manny Hayes.
Yeah, I'm out of words. Marcus, the grand finale.
Stay tuned for our next watch along. You know, if I had Photoshop, I would have put your head on there.
I would have too. I was thinking the same thing.
And on that note, we'll be back. Peace.